start the squat position. Nice and low, way down there. Nice, flat or arched, low back when you're in the squat position. Feet are wider than shoulders. And we'll just hold each position 4 seconds. And then switch over. Now your back knee is going to be a couple inches off the floor, as low as you can. Remember, when you get to fatigue, it's totally fine to put your hands down on your leg, or even your elbows down on your knee. It's better to do that than to stay low than to come up high and not. Get back to squat. Hold it. Nice and low. Good. And when I say we're holding each position for 4 seconds, that's the minimum. So it might be longer than that. That's okay too. Okay, other direction. Back knee is real low. And you're still going for a real good posture, upright as you can. Low back is arched or straight. Back to squat. Good. And it's still nice and straight or arched low back. And the reason for that is it causes a forward pelvic tilt, so we get glutes. But when we start to do this and let the pelvis come back, then it's just quads and glutes get out of it. Okay, other side. Hold it, nice and low. Remember, every transition time from lunge to squat back, try and keep your waist at the same level during the transition too. Okay, back to squat. Hold it. So it's just low the whole time. Constant time of retention the whole time. Excellent. And other direction. Hold it. Nice and low. Okay, do some pulses down there. Good low pulses. And freeze it down there. Now take that back knee and go right to left with it. Swing it right and swing it left. There it is. Good. And back to squat. Hold it. Nice and low. Extra low. Arch, push through, go back. Posture forward tilt. Okay. Low as you can. Good job. Using your hands and elbows as needed. Pulse it there. Good. Good breathing. Keep it out. And freeze in. Excellent. And shift right to left. Stay low as you possibly can. And up this starting. And now last switch over to the squat position. Hold it low as you can, way down there, using your hands as much as you need to, and also as little as you need to. Take that back knee and go right to left with it. Good. Still good posture. That's the way. And then pulse to finish. Pulses down there. Latest possible turns. For 5, lowest possible points. For 3, for 2, for 1. There you go. Next turn. Good job. Okay. Time for wall triceps. Right top.
Okay.
Open hands or closed hands, doesn't matter. Just in the karate chop part of your hands.
Like good arm.
That's perfect. Yeah, so your hands are about 4 to 6 inches apart. Elbows are nice and close. Elbows are straight down for starters. And now, just move yourself out from the wall 1 inch, so your elbows are an inch only away from the wall. And this should be hard to hold it. It should be hard already. If it's not, just take a step backwards. And then when you get to the point where it's too hard, you just take tiny steps forwards. 1 inch makes a huge difference. Now push out another couple inches. Hold it there. Good. Good hold. And all the way out. And back to the middle. Hold it. Hold. Hold. That's okay. All the way forward and back to the middle. Hold. Hold. There. All the way out. Back to the middle. Hold. burn it. Out, middle. If you're not, just take a tiny, tiny step back. Like this, you're in the right spot. Forward, middle. Remember what to do with fatigue. When your form starts to suffer, or when you get to failure, that's just a tiny step forward. Good. All the way out. Back to middle. Breathe it in the middle. Out again. Middle. Breathe it. One more out. Middle. Breathe it. Forward. Middle. Pulse it. Right there in the middle. Good pulses. Good form. Good angle. Should be riding that fence of failure.
I feel like I feel it more in my elbows.
Yes, you're going to feel the burn definitely in the elbows and freeze it right there. And now elbows come in close together and then elbows apart. Elbows together, elbows apart. You might even feel it on the forearm side of the elbow, right down there. Very focused burn in a small area. Nice. And freeze it with elbows out. Nice wide elbows. Keep them wide and lean over to the right. Lean over to the left. Keep going right and left. I know this is
I use a left.
nice. Remember what to do when you get to fatigue. It's just a teeny tiny step forward to stay in the game with that constant tension. Freeze back in the middle. Roll it. Excellent. Last thing now is going to be palms on the wall. And then back to karate chop. And then palms and chop. Palms, chop. Back and forth to finish. Just keeping those elbows a couple inches off the wall. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and there you have it. Nice job. Okay. So now we got our chest flies.
Like hot.
Yes. Burn it. Right down. Chest is off the mat, onto the floor. Hands are wide apart on the towels. We do our slider flags. Real wide. Yeah, there. And make sure you're forward far enough so you're off your pad. So when we go close grip, you can slide all the way in to close hands. All right, start wide. And push down. So wide hands pushing down, pushing straight down, just to get the feel of the tension that we're shooting for here. And as you push down real hard, you may find yourself coming up a little higher, which is fine. But if you find yourself coming up too high, then that just means push down more with your toes and your knees. And then that'll keep you from going up too high, because that'll increase the tension. Compression. Pushing that towel, pressing it. Pretend it's wet, but you're beating water out of it. Pushing down. Good. And now, slide in a couple inches. That's the middle. Good. Still pushing down. You're also pushing down hard during the slide, maximizing that friction. So it's 100% of the time you're pushing down. And then another couple inches, that's close. And then back out to the middle. And hold it there. Pushing down. And anytime you're sliding, you're seeing how much you can maximize the friction. You're trying to make it hard to slide because you're pushing down so hard. Now go wide and then back to the middle. Holding, pushing. And then good. 3-point push with your hands, your knees, and your toes. And close, and then wide. Good. Now middle. Now close again. Hold it into the close position. And feel those triceps more. Now back to the middle. Push down hard. This is a combination of pecs, shoulders, and triceps in the middle. Now go wide. Hold it there, push down hard. And this is more shoulders, pecs. Back to middle, pushing down extra hard. Really cranking down, straight down. The harder you push down, the more fatigue you'll get. And the more fatigue you'll get, the more toning, conditioning, and strength you'll get. Close, middle. Good. Again, close, middle. Close, stay close. And twist your towels. Scrub twisting, straight down to the floor. Hard push, straight down. Bottom triceps, with those hands close, spread out those triceps. Like we didn't get enough on the wall, right? And now back to the middle. And keep twisting, pushing straight down. Cranking down, hard as you can. And now wide, all the way out. Keep twisting, keep pushing straight down, nice and wide. And freeze. Excellent. Take your right hand, move it up higher towards your forehead, just an inch. And back down to where it was. And now left. And as you're sliding, remember, maximize that friction. You're still pushing down. And back to where it was. Perfect. Hold it, push it. Elbows back and forth now. Cranking down as hard as you can. Should be burning like the dickens. You're pushing down hard now. And that way. Cranking down, pushing down, hard push down. And freeze, and then lean to the right, and lean to the left. Cranking down, pushing down, hard as you possibly can. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. And you stay there, and you position your towels for a face mat. And then, in case you need it, and straight out like Batman. Good. And then make sure your hands are straight up from your ears. Now lift them an inch off the floor. And that's as low as you're going to go. Okay? And now hands come up another couple inches. You're starting to feel the squeeze in the upper back and the contraction of the muscles between the shoulder blades. Engage your traps. 2, upper back. All the way up. Hold it high. Squeeze it high as you can. Squeezing as tight as you can. Big, huge squeeze. And make sure that your hands are still out from your ears. Straight out from your ears. So they're far forward enough. And that'll make sure that we're targeting the upper back area. Now back down a couple inches with your hands. Just holding there. Good. Quick to the bottom, back to the middle. Hold it. Nice contraction. Now up to squeeze. Big squeeze at the top. Huge squeeze. Squeezing. That's it. Back down to the middle. And back to the top. Way up there. Big old squeeze. Should be burning back of the shoulders, upper back. Shoulder blades, even over the top of the shoulder blades, down a couple inches, back to the top, big squeeze, hold it. Now pulse it up there. Pulse that squeeze and see how high you can get. And imagine in your brain going higher with each tiny pulse. They're macro pulses. So you have to think about it. Just your brain's engaged, your nerves are working. And now with tiny circles, drawing little circles up there, macro circles, and slow circles. So the momentum is taken out there, there's how to control it. And now circle the other way to finish. Imagine you spiraling up, circling higher with each little circle, trying to gain altitude for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you have it. Nice work. Those hands get pretty heavy, aren't they? Okay. So now we got our leg curls. Turn back, and your feet are on the towels, especially your heels. Good, and you're sitting right up next to the edge of your cat. You're sitting almost off the cat. Don't want you to spin around. So then you just, your feet are out here on the floor, it's right up next to the edge of your cat. Okay, next hips. Remember the goal on this one is to keep the hips as high as possible the whole time. Here we are, starting position. And that looks pretty good. Come on out 1 inch.
Like this?
Yeah, right there. Okay, perfect. So remember, that's as far in as you'll go. So your feet are out, your ankles are out a little bit further than your knees, and that's as far in as you'll ever come in. Now come out 2 inches, and that's the middle. There it is. Hold it right there in the middle. So remember where the middle is, and get a sense. Now, it's also a good nerve training workout. And then all the way out, and then back to the middle. Perfect. Hold it in there. When you come in all the way, it's just a couple inches. All the way in, back to the middle. Hold it, good. And then out, back to the middle. Very good. And the thing on this one, the trick on this one is to make sure that the middle doesn't start to creep in towards you. So you're staying out far enough, so it's the middle. And bring it in, and then back out to the middle. It's better to air too far out when you're in the middle than too far in. Because then when you're in the middle, you've got the tension in your after. All the way out, back to the middle. Excellent. Holds. All the way in, back to the middle. Nice. And anytime you're bringing your feet in, if you can, to do it both feet at the same time. If you too fatigued for that, then one at a time is fine. All the way out, back to the middle. Put your feet right in, hamstrings, glutes, and low back. Getting lots of stuff on this one. All the way in, back to the middle. Perfect. Good job, keeping those hips high. As you fatigue, they're going to get lower. Totally fine, that's to be expected. You might even get to the point where your hips are touching. And at that point, just try and keep them as light as you can on the floor like that. All the way out, back to the middle. Perfect. Another all the way out, back to the middle. All the way out, hold it all the way out. Good. Now while you're out there, toes up to the ceiling, and then down to the floor. Toes up, toes down. Toes up, toes down, toes up, toes down, toes up, toes down, toes up, and keep them up. Excellent. Now with the toes up, point the toes in towards each other, and point them away. Point them in, point them out. Point them in, out. Point them out. Good. And keep them in. Excellent. Use it. Just go as high as you can with the hips to finish. Driving those heels down into the floor as hard as you can. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you have it. Nice work. Okay, crunch time. Stay right there. Knees are bent, feet are on the floor, hands behind the head. Knee crunches straight out. Cramping. Yeah, that's pretty common on that one too. So if you do end up cramping, then just drop your hips down. So they're touching the mat. Just keep them light on the mat and adjust the weight on the mat based on the riding that fence, so it's cramping. And hold it high. Tiny pulses on there. Little tiny pulses. Then the low back pushing down into the floor. And chin really high so your face is straight up to the ceiling. Okay. And freeze it high. And now little twists. And twists. And now big slow twists. Keeping high, staying high, keeping shoulder blades up off the mat as much as you can. And twist to the right, stay to the right. Hold it there. Perfect. Now left leg straight up. Good. And now, crunch the left leg to your left elbow. You get elbow, as close as you can get, and then just out an inch. There you go. So you're crunching up with your upper body, and your leg is coming in at the same time. Both are moving towards each other. And as you're doing this, you're trying to get your right shoulder blade up off the head. Good. And keeping your left leg as straight as you can, because then you get a little bit of hamstring stretch out of it. Good. And now, bring it together, as close as you can and hold up as close as you can to that straight leg. And that elbow as close as you can to that knee. If you can touch, push it in, isometric push straight in. Good. And switch sides, switch legs, switch elbows. And same thing, big crunch. And then pulling that leg in at the same time, trying to meet in the middle. And now you're trying to get your left shoulder blade up off the pad. Crunch it in, crank it in, crunch it. That's it. Crunch, pull, good range. Now keep it in there, hold it in there, and pulse it in there. And now push it, isometric push. Try to make contact. And see how hard you can push in without the pulse. It's just one push, big long push, elbow into the knee. Still trying to get that left shoulder blade up off the pad. Now both legs up, both elbows to both knees. And still shooting your chin up to the ceiling. See how close you can get your elbows to your knees. So you can touch, then push it in. Isometric push straight in. If not, just see how close you can get. Crunching up as high as you possibly can, and then pulse it there to finish. Little tiny pulses. In your brain, you're trying to get higher with each pulse. That's it. As high as you can, in with your legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're done. Next time. Yeah, great. Time for some chocolate.